My child, stop begging for signs. Lay down the frantic scanning of the horizon, the counting of coincidences, the bargaining under your breath, the pleading that rises and falls with every small change in circumstance. You have worn yourself thin looking for flecks of certainty in the dust, as if I hid myself in riddles and random patterns, as if I were a code that only the tired and terrified can crack. Beloved child, your exhaustion is not reverence. It is the ache of control wearing a prayer's disguise. I know why you ask for proof. I know the sting of disappointment that trained you to brace for pain, to build a shield out of "Are you sure?" and "Show me again." But hear me. Where you cling to control, peace slips through your fingers. Where you release your grip, my hand steadies yours. Come back to my voice. Return to the place where you first recognized me, not by fireworks, but by the steady warmth in your chest. Not by sudden spectacle, but by the quiet assurance that made you breathe easier. You do not need more signs. You need to return to my steady guidance for your next faithful step. As it is written, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3:5. Your understanding demands a map. My wisdom offers a lamp. Your fear asks for the whole horizon. My love places light at your feet. Do not mistake me. I am not rebuking your longing to be led. I placed that longing in you. I am freeing you from the chase that turns you away from me to the noise around you. Anxiety wears a religious costume when it needs assurance at every corner. It says, if the door opens twice, if the number repeats, if the stranger uses the exact phrase I asked to hear, then I will move. Yet with each condition, your courage shrinks, your world narrows, and your trust becomes a hostage to variables I never called you to manage. I do not teach you to gamble with omens. I teach you to walk with me. Hear me now. I go before you to prepare the ground you cannot see. I walk beside you to steady each step you must take. I stand behind you to guard what you have entrusted to my name. Surrounded, you are not left to guesswork or chance. Hemmed in by my presence, before you, beside you, behind you. You do not stand alone in a fog. You stand escorted through it. You ask for proof that I am near. I answer with myself. You ask for a sign in the sky. I give you my hand in yours. I will not show you the whole road. This is not punishment. This is protection. This is formation. If I gave you a floodlight for the future, you would stare into distances you cannot bear, and you would miss the grace under your feet. I lead you step by faithful step, because trust grows in motion, not in explanation. Faith is not the absence of questions. It is the willingness to walk while your questions are carried in my care. Where you want blueprints, I give you presents. Where you seek guarantees, I give you promises, and I keep them. Beloved, look at the fruit of your sign chasing, sleeplessness, second guessing, a heart that lurches at every coincidence, lips that pray but cannot rest. That is not the fruit of my spirit. My peace does not need to be bribed. My guidance is not an auction for the highest fear. When you run from token to token, you treat me like a distant force to decode, not a father to trust. I do not shout above the noise. I steady you within it. Be still long enough to remember the timbre of my voice, and the path will unclench beneath you. I know you say, but what if I misstep? What if I miss it? Listen, you cannot outrun my shepherding. There is grace for course correction. There is mercy for mishearing. There is patience for the stumbles of those who choose to walk with me. My power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. I am not tallying your errors to revoke my guidance. I am training your ears, your eyes, your heart. I am crafting in you a trust that does not rise and fall with outcomes, but rests on who I am. So, come back to my voice. Return by opening my word, and letting it speak louder than your spreadsheets of variables. Return by breathing slowly until your chest remembers that I am God and you are held. Return by choosing one small obedience you already know to do, because you know far more than you admit when you are panicking for new signs. Return by confessing, I have tried to be my own light, and receive the gentle flame I place in your hands. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Psalm 119, 105. There is no need to rush, no need to be perfect, only to be sincere and willing. Do not wait for the wind to spell your name to begin. Ask me for the next faithful step, and I will give it. Ask me to keep your heart calm while you take it, and I will. Ask me to confirm it not with spectacle, but with the quiet witness of peace, and I will. You have looked outward for a flashing signal. Now look inward for the peace that does not counterfeit. You have asked strangers to tell you what to do. Now listen as I settle the waters inside you. Beloved child, your life is not a riddle I enjoy watching you solve. It is a story I am authoring with care. I am not leading you in circles. I am leading you into trust. Where you have begged for signs, I am giving you something better. Myself in your midst, my voice in your ear, my word in your hand, my peace in your chest, my strength in your weakness. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3:5. Step out of the performance of panic. Step back under my arm. The next faithful step is already here, and I am already in it, before you, beside you, behind you. Beloved child, when you chase proof, you lose peace. You know the cycle because you have lived inside it. You ask for a sign, something small happens. You interpret it as a maybe. Then fear leans over your shoulder and asks for a second and third confirmation. And by the time you could have taken one simple step, you have tied yourself into knots. You ask again, you receive something you cannot quite measure. You second-guess your own reading. You search the air for a louder answer, and in that searching your heart grows so loud that my whisper seems far away. So your feet freeze, your breath shortens, your prayers turn into bargaining, and your days become a scavenger hunt instead of a walk with me. I am not offended by your questions. I am not weary of your honest need. I am not impatient with your humanity, but hear me with tenderness and truth. I do not build your life on panic. I build it on peace. The architecture of your future is not framed by frantic fleeces, but by a quiet assurance that holds when weather turns. The peace I give is not fragile, not the hush of avoidance nor the numbing of hard things, but a living witness within you that says, I am here. Walk with me though the horizon is hidden. As it is written, the peace of God, which surpasses understanding, will guard your heart and mind. Philippians 4:7. Peace is not the absence of difficulty, it is the presence of my guarding. It is not denial, it is direction. Consider the cost of the chase. When certainty becomes your requirement, you train yourself to distrust me unless I am dramatic. You begin to suspect that I am only speaking when the wind starts leaves, when numbers align, when strangers repeat a secret phrase. And in the training of your senses for spectacle, you overlook the ordinary ways I have been leading you all along, through my word that does not change, through the inner witness that quietly steadies, through wise counsel that echoes what I already whispered, through doors that open in due time without fanfare. You ask me to paint the sky with arrows, but I have given you a compass within your chest. Beloved, notice what your body and spirit have told you in the chase. The knot in your stomach when you try to force a pattern to mean more than it does. The dizziness in your mind when every coincidence becomes a high-stakes referendum. The exhaustion after a day spent decoding rather than dwelling. That is not the fruit I grow. My spirit bears love, joy, and peace. not compulsive demands for guarantees. Peace is not a luxury for later. It is the way you travel now. Peace is not weakness. It is wisdom at work. It is the steadying of your step when the path is not fully visible, the lamp that makes one stone clear though the mountain remains veiled. Your word is a lamp to my feet, not a floodlight to the horizon. Psalm 119:105. I know you fear missing me. You fear the pain of choosing wrong. You fear that one misstep will undo everything I have promised. Listen to me. I go before you to set boundary lines you cannot see. I walk beside you to remind you that you are not navigating alone. I stand behind you to redeem even what you misread. Surrounded, you are not at the mercy of chance. Where you falter, I am faithful. Where you see fragility, I impart strength. My power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. That is why peace, not panic, must be your compass. Because peace keeps you in step with me, and I keep you within my plan. Do not mistake quiet for absence. Do not mistake calm for apathy. The quietness I cultivate in you is not avoidance of hard choices. It is the atmosphere in which you can finally hear the difference between fear's urgency and my invitation. In returning and rest you are saved. In quietness and trust is your strength. Isaiah 30:15. You want a trumpet, I offer a hand on your shoulder. You crave an earthquake, I speak in the stillness that does not shake you apart. I do not shout above the noise. I lead you to waters where your pulse slows, and the sediment in your soul can settle enough for you to see clearly through to the bottom. You are not broken because you feel anxious. You are human, and I am gentle with humans. You are not disqualified because you crave reassurance. You are learning the way of trust, which is not a switch, but a practice. There is no need to rush, no need to be perfect, only to be sincere and willing. Begin by letting your breath remember me. Begin by opening my word not for a riddle to solve, but for a voice to follow. Begin by telling me the truth. I am afraid, but I want your peace more than I want a flashing answer. I receive that confession without scorn. I meet that willingness with presence. Understand this, beloved, peace guards, peace rules, peace decides with me. Let the peace I give you stand like a sentry at the gate of your heart, admitting what aligns with my word and dismissing what only flatters your fear. Let it be the arbiter of pace, the rhythm that slows you when panic sprints and nudges you when avoidance stalls. This is why your constant demand for certainty is so expensive. It dethrones peace and enthrones urgency. It makes you a servant of alarms instead of a child led by a father. When urgency is your master, you cannot perceive me unless I match its volume. But I am not frantic, I am faithful. So before we speak further of signs, we must speak of peace. Before you sort what is me and what is not, you must learn where I live in you, the quiet center that remains when storms circle. Peace is how I steady your steps, while the path is not fully visible. Peace is the witness that says, this direction may stretch me, but it does not fracture me. Peace does not remove the need for courage. It supplies it. Peace does not promise that you will never tremble. It promises that your trembling will not decide for you. Return to the compass. Return to the river that runs even when you cannot see the spring. I will teach you to recognize the weight of peace from the pull of panic. I will show you how my word shapes the banks, how my spirit flows within, how wisdom stands on the shore and confirms the course. But first, be still enough to feel the current again. Put down the magnifying glass for omens and open your hands to hold mine. You are not late. You are not lost. You are led before you, beside you, behind you, by one whose peace surpasses understanding and yet understands you completely. And in that peace, we will take the next step. Beloved child, hear me again. I do not shout above the noise. I whisper within the quiet. The more you raise the volume of your scanning, the fainter my whisper will seem. Not because I have withdrawn, but because fear has turned all your dials to maximum. Many of the signs you chase are echoes bouncing off the walls of your own anxiety, the algorithm of your mind serving you what you already fear, the pressure of other people's expectations dressing up as revelation. Noise multiplies when you try to guarantee outcomes. Quiet returns when you surrender outcomes back to me. Look at Elijah, weary and spent, running on the fumes of fear and the memory of miracles, hiding in a cave with a storm still rioting in his chest. I drew him out, not with wind that split mountains, not with the quake that shook the ground, not with the fire that lit the horizon, but with a voice so small it could only be heard by a heart willing to stop bracing. A still, small voice. 1 Kings 19. So it is with you. You have asked for the dramatic to drown out your doubt, but I am teaching you to recognize me in the tone that restores your breathing, not the one that accelerates it. I am not unwilling to be clear. I am unwilling to be confused with fear. Come away for a moment, even now. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Let your shoulders drop, let your jaw unclench, let your breath remember its maker. Inhale slowly and say within, you are here. Exhale and say, I am yours. Before you decide, return to quiet and pray this simple prayer that I always honor. Lord, purify my motives. I want you more than outcomes. Say it again until the words polish the lens of your heart. Say it until your want returns to me. When your desire is cleansed, discernment becomes simple. When your desire is tangled with proving yourself, rescuing your image, or forcing timing, even a good door will look like an escape hatch, and even a bad door will look like a test you must pass to earn my favor. You do not need to earn what I have already given. You are mine. Isaiah 43:1. Here is a gentle filter for your spirit. If an impression demands frantic urgency to keep it alive, it is not my voice. My guidance can be firm, but it will not be frantic. It can be timely, but it will not tyrannize. The steps I ordain are steady, even when swift. The wisdom from above is pure, peaceable, willing to yield where pride would dig in. James 3. Urgency that bullies you to bypass prayer, trample rest, ignore counsel, or hide from the light is not from me. Pressure that says, move now or lose me, does not wear my name. The peace I give does not negotiate with panic. It invites you into pace with me. Let anything that requires you to silence your conscience fall to the ground. Let anything that detaches you from wise counsel pause at the gate. Let anything that cannot survive an evening laid before me prove itself unfit to steer you. Return to these simple postures before choosing. Open my word and ask it to set the boundary lines for this decision. Sit long enough for the silt of fear to settle so that the river runs clear. Tell me, search me and know me, and allow me to sift your intentions. Psalm 139. Then ask for the witness of peace, not the rush of avoidance, not the thrill of applause, but the settled yes that may stretch you, yet does not splinter you. Write on paper what you fear and lay it under my hand. Ask me, is this fear trying to lead me? And wait. I am not late in answering the one who waits with me. In returning and rest you are saved. In quietness and trust is your strength. Isaiah 30:15. Beloved, you often confuse volume with authority. Fear is loud because it is empty. It must shout to be believed. I am full. I do not need to raise my voice to be true. Think of a father who steadies a child learning to walk, not by barking commands across the room, but by placing a sure hand on a small shoulder and saying softly, right here, one step. I go before you to make the step real. I walk beside you to share your weight. I stand behind you to catch what stumbles. Before you, beside you, behind you, I am your surround, and my whisper carries more weight than a crowd's demand. You say, but what if quiet leads me to miss an open door? Hear me. Quiet does not mean passive, it means present. Quiet is not the absence of movement, it is the absence of panic inside movement. Quiet is where your eyes adjust to my lamp instead of straining for a floodlight. Quiet is where you remember that I am the shepherd and that my sheep know my voice, not because it is the loudest in the field, but because it is the one that has walked with them through every season. John 10. You have known my tone when you were not trying to impress me. Return to that place. Let me reteach you the difference between impulse and instruction. Impulse surges and demands. Instruction abides and invites. Impulse says, do it now or be nothing. Instruction says, do this next, and I am with you. Impulse isolates you in a private storm. Instruction integrates you into the peace I have been building in you day by day. If you are unsure, slow down. Ask me to align word, witness, and wisdom. My word to set truth, my spirit to witness within, wise counsel to confirm without. When these three sing together, you can move with calm courage, even if the horizon stays hidden. Come into the quiet with me, beloved child. Close the tabs of comparison. Lay down the scripts of those who project their fears onto you. Lower the volume on the algorithm that feeds you your worst-case scenarios dressed as research. Open the door to the small room in your soul where we have always met. Sit with me until your heart stops scanning the sky for omens and starts listening for the whisper that has never failed you. I am not trying to trick you, I am training you. And in the training, you will find that my nearness is the answer you kept trying to pry out of circumstances. Now that the noise is lowered, now that peace is taking its proper seat, you will begin to recognize the texture of my leading and the taste of your craving for control. One is gentle and weighty, the other is loud and thin. One steadies your steps, the other tightens your chest. We will choose the first, and as we do, I will place in your hand not a map of the whole, but a lamp for the next stone on the path, so that trust may grow stronger than your need to foresee. Your word is a lamp to my feet. Psalm 119, 105. Take my hand. Listen for the whisper. Together we will walk by peace into the next faithful step. Beloved child, hear me. I give you a lamp to your feet, not a floodlight for your whole future. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Psalm 119, 105. A lamp illumines the next stone, the next stride, the ground beneath your soles, not the entire mountain range. This is not deprivation, this is design. This is how I have chosen to walk with those I love, step by steady step, so that your heart learns me more than it leans on maps, so that your peace is tied to my presence, not to your projections. If I were to light the whole landscape at once, you would try to carry tomorrow's weight today. You would lift loads that do not yet belong to you, rehearsing conversations you will never need to have, planning escapes from valleys you will not be asked to enter, and in the burden of imagined futures your trust would buckle. You would confuse foreknowledge with control, and control would become your idol, and idols always demand more and give less. So I give you enough light for this moment and my promise for every moment to come. I go before you to prepare what you cannot see. I walk beside you to steady what you must carry now. I stand behind you to redeem what you could not predict. Before you, beside you, behind you, I surround you with myself as you move by lamp and step. Do not call this partial clarity a punishment. Call it mercy. I am not teasing you with hints while hoarding the answers. I am guiding you in the way you can bear, training your endurance, deepening your intimacy, teaching your senses to recognize my tone in ordinary days. Consider how I fed my people in the wilderness, manna for the day, not warehouses for the decade. Exodus 16. So it is with you. Daily bread teaches daily trust. Tomorrow will have its own manna. Today, receive what I place before you. When you ask me for a floodlight, you are often asking to be spared the practice of dependence. Yet dependence is the river where your peace is renewed. In quietness and trust is your strength. Isaiah 30:15. Let me speak plainly with the reframe your heart needs, not confusion, but formation. I am not withholding details to keep you small. I am forming stature inside you that can carry what I am bringing without collapsing under the weight. Not delay, but preparation. The pauses that frustrate you are strengthening the muscles of patience and perception, stretching your stride so you can sustain the pace of promise when doors open. Not silence, but the strengthening of your inner ears. When I seem quiet, I am turning up the sensitivity of your spirit so that whispers become enough, because in the days ahead, you will not always have thunder, but you will always have me. Beloved, look at how I have always led those who are mine. Abraham stepped out not knowing where he was going, but knowing with whom he was walking. Hebrews 11. So it is with you. Israel followed a pillar of cloud by day and a fire by night, direction present for each turn, not a scroll of the whole itinerary hung in the sky. Exodus 13. So it is with you. Peter did not receive shipping charts for the sea. He received one word, come, and found that my word held under his feet as surely as stone. Matthew 14. So it is with you. My pattern has not changed. Your generation's appetite for certainty has only grown louder. I remain the same shepherd who leads in steps, because steps are where relationship lives. You fear that seeing only the next step means you are lost. Hear me, you are not lost, you are led. The lamp makes you present to where I am, and where I am is where you are safe. The devil will whisper, if you cannot see the horizon, you are behind. But I say, if you can see me beside you, you are on time. The enemy will hiss, if you do not control the outcome, you will be crushed. But I say, if you release the outcome, your trust will grow stronger than your fear. My peace is your compass when visibility is low. My word is your edge light. My spirit is the steadying hand that keeps you from stumbling over what you cannot avoid. The steps of a righteous one are ordered by the Lord. Psalm 37. Understand the kindness hidden in this lamp. A floodlight would expose you to sights you are not graced to process yet. Battles you will not fight because I will detour you. Losses you will not bear because I will shield you. Victories you will not steward if revealed prematurely, because humility must still take deeper root. A floodlight would tempt you to skip training, to sprint past today's small obedience in pursuit of tomorrow's platform, to trade being with me for building for me, and in that trade, intimacy would thin and ministry would hollow. I love you too much to let you run by projections and wither by distance. I keep you close by keeping you paced. So how will you walk with the lamp I give? You will take one faithful step at a time, not because you lack ambition, but because you have decided that relationship is the prize. You will measure guidance not by spectacle, but by the convergence of my word, the witness of peace, and the wisdom that confirms in the light what was conceived in the quiet. You will refuse the tyranny of all at once and choose the obedience of enough for now. You will let pace be set by peace. When anxiety demands a map, you will answer with a memory. The last time you obeyed a small nudge and found that I had already prepared the ground. When panic presents what-ifs, you will reply with who is, I am with you. There is no need to rush. No need to be perfect, only to be sincere and willing. Put your foot where the lamp shines. If the next step is to forgive the one your mind keeps prosecuting, take it. If the next step is to send the message you have drafted 10 times with trembling words of reconciliation, send it. If the next step is to rest instead of forcing what I have not opened, rest with courage, not with avoidance. If the next step is to begin the small work that feels beneath the dream, begin it with joy, for I train kings in fields and prophets in caves. The treasure is not at the end of a floodlit corridor. The treasure is found in companionship at every step. Remember, beloved child, I go before you to set the next stone in place. I walk beside you to share your weight. I stand behind you to keep what you commit. When you need more light, do not sprint into the dark. Stand with me until the lamp brightens. Ask for alignment. Wait for the witness of peace. Waiting with me is movement in my kingdom. Waiting with me is not delay, but preparation. Waiting with me is how your ears learn the scale of my whisper, until you can follow me through crowds and storms without fear of separation. You are not the product of chance. You are chosen and held. Jeremiah 1:5, Isaiah 43:1. Because you are mine, you do not need a floodlight to prove you have a future. You have my hand to prove you are not alone. Take the step illuminated before you. Trust that another will appear when it is time. This is how I lead you, by lamps and steps, so your trust grows stronger than your need to control, your courage steadier than your questions, your peace deeper than your plans. Walk, beloved child. The light you have is enough for now, and I am enough for you in the now and in all that is to come. Beloved child, let us reset what you call a sign. You have been scanning the horizon for fireworks, while the lamp at your feet glows faithfully. And in the scanning, you have mistaken many things for my voice that were never sent to guide you. Hear me with gentleness and clarity. Not everything that flickers is a signal. Not every coincidence is a command. Not every surge of feeling is a map. I am not trying to trick you. I am training you to tell gold from glitter. First, what is not a sign? Coincidence used as a crutch when you refuse to obey. What you already know is not my leading, if you know. My word tells you to forgive. You do not need the clock to strike 11:11 to confirm mercy. If you know integrity requires you to decline the offer that demands a shaded truth, you do not need a bird to land on your windowsill to tell you what your conscience already lights. When you ask the wind to answer what my word has answered, you are not discerning, you are delaying. Test everything, hold fast to what is good. 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Hold fast to what is clear. Do not outsource obedience to omens. What is not a sign? Emotional highs mistaken for direction, the swell after applause, the goosebumps in a crowded room, the electric spark of sudden romance, even the caffeine-fueled clarity at midnight. These can move your emotions, but emotion is a wave, not a rudder. My peace rules, adrenaline does not. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts. Colossians 3:15. If your yes requires constant hype to survive, it is not a yes that I have breathed on. My leading can stir holy courage, but it will not require you to keep drumbeats pounding in your chest to stay convinced. What is not a sign? Fear-based urgency dressed as divine pressure. Any inner voice that bullies you to skip prayer, trample rest, or hide counsel under the pretense of faith is not wearing my name. Wisdom from above is peaceable, gentle, open to reason. James 3. Urgency may be present when I lead swiftly, but it will not tyrannize. I do not say, move now or lose me. I say, walk with me and I will keep you. I go before you to open the necessary moment. I walk beside you to set pace inside your chest. I stand behind you to redeem what stumbles. Before you, beside you, behind you, I surround you, and frantic fear is not my shepherd's crook. Now, what may be a sign? Alignment with Scripture is a sign. I will not guide you to betray what I have spoken. I do not sign what I have disallowed. As it is written, your word is a lamp to my feet. Psalm 119:105. When a direction honors what I have revealed, truth-telling, generosity, purity, reconciliation, humility, it carries my imprint. If a revelation asks you to make peace with what my word names as darkness, it is not from me. Light does not negotiate with shadows to move forward. Light moves and shadows retreat. What may be a sign? Consistent confirmation over time. Witnesses that harmonize without you choreographing the song. Every matter is established by 2 or 3 witnesses. 2 Corinthians 13:1. When you lay down your manipulative tests and simply ask me to confirm, I can repeat myself through my word in the morning, through an unprompted counsel in the afternoon, through a providential opening you did not engineer by night. Repeatability belongs to me. You do not need to rig the coin toss, flip through pages for a random sentence to validate a preference, or demand a red car to pass at the exact minute you decree. Child, that is bargaining with fate, not walking by faith. I can say again without your theatrics. What may be a sign? Peace that persists when emotions fluctuate, not the fragile calm that exists only when every variable is under control, but the steady witness that says, stretch, yes, fracture, no. The peace of God, which surpasses understanding, will guard your heart and mind. Philippians 4:7. When storms spike your feelings, check for the guard still on duty. If peace remains at its post after the adrenaline fades, that direction is gaining weight. If peace evacuates unless you crank the music of hype, pause. Let me relight the true compass. What may be a sign? Wise counsel that echoes truth without being fed lines. In an abundance of counselors there is safety. Proverbs 11:14. Do not confuse an echo chamber with counsel. Seek voices who fear me more than they fear disappointing you. Voices who love you enough to slow you, to name your blind spots, to reflect back what I have already whispered in the quiet. When counsel that honors my word converges with inner peace and an opened door, you are hearing a chord I often use. Word, witness, and wisdom singing together. What may be a sign? Doors that open without requiring you to leave your integrity outside. Not every open door is mine. Some are trapdoors. But where I open, I do not ask you to lie to enter, to hide to remain, or to violate your conscience to advance. I open and no one can shut. I shut and no one can open. Revelation 3. My doors may ask for courage to step through, but they will not ask for corruption to keep them swinging. Watch the way the door opens, with sufficiency that does not despise the small, with provision that arrives by honor, with timing that does not demand that you become a stranger to yourself. Now, beloved, take the fruit test, for by their fruits you will know them. Matthew 7:16. My leading produces love that is not performative, humility that bends without breaking, clarity of conscience that sleeps at night, steadiness that can carry quiet days as well as bright ones, patience that does not need to seize what I have promised to give. Counterfeit leading produces obsession that chews the mind raw, comparison that sours your joy when others are blessed, confusion that grows the more you stare, and frantic bargaining, if you do this, I'll do that, that treats me like a lever. My spirit bears love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Galatians 5. Weigh the fruit, it will tell you the root. I know you worry, but what if I mishear you and get punished for trying? Hear me, I am not a hazing master, I am a father. If something is from me, I can say it again without scolding you for asking. Ask, and it will be given. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and it will be opened. Matthew 7. Ask me to repeat without performance. Lay down the habit of stacking omens by the dozen to feel safe. Bring your bare request. Lord, if this is you, align your word. Let peace remain and confirm through wisdom I do not manipulate. I will honor the humble heart that tests the spirits. 1 John 4:1. Here is how repeatability protects you. It frees you from superstition and trains you in trust. You do not have to run after the next coincidence with a net. You can stand still and let me bring what confirms. You do not need to threaten yourself with punishments if you are wrong. You can be corrected within my love because I go before you to prevent pits. I walk beside you to warn at the edge. I stand behind you to catch and restore. Even your missteps become classrooms when you remain teachable. The testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1:3. So let us reset your practice of discernment into something livable. Before you call a thing a sign, ask, does it align with my word? Does peace persist when excitement cools? Does wise counsel, uncoached, say the same? Does this path protect integrity and love your neighbor? Does it bear fruit that smells like me? Humility, patience, clarity. If you cannot answer yes, wait. If you can answer yes and fear still shouts, but what if? Put your hand in mine and move one step anyway. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3:5. Understanding will grow as you move. Trust is how you begin. Do you see now, beloved? Discernment is not detective work, it is relationship. I did not call you to become a code breaker of the cosmos, but a sheep who knows the shepherd's voice. John 10. You do not have to solve me, you are invited to stay with me. The more you walk in step with my peace, the fewer props you will require, because presence becomes proof enough. You will still see signs along the way, yes, but they will be mile markers confirming a course already set by word, witness, and wisdom, not scavenger clues for an anxious heart. Come out of the hunt, come back to the walk. I am before you, beside you, behind you. Let peace rule, let love be the fruit, let my word set the boundary. And from this grounded place, we will take the next faithful step. Beloved child, now that you have stepped out of the hunt and back into the walk, receive the 3 anchors I place in your hands: word, witness, and wisdom. Hold them when the wind rises, hold them when your thoughts race, hold them when options multiply and your peace feels thin. Peace becomes clear when my word sets the boundary, my spirit steadies your heart, and wisdom confirms your path. I go before you to lay the line. I walk beside you to steady your grip. I stand behind you to keep you from being dragged by fear. Together, these anchors keep you from drifting into the shoals of impulse or the whirlpools of anxiety. First, my word. I will not lead you into what I have forbidden. I do not contradict what I have written. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Psalm 119:105. Think of my word as the riverbanks, boundaries that do not limit life but shape its flow, so it runs strong, clear, and life-giving. When you stand at a crossroads, ask, what does my word reveal about truth, integrity, love of neighbor, humility, purity, justice, reconciliation? I do not sign contracts that require deceit. I do not bless choices that starve compassion. I do not anoint shortcuts that trample holiness. All Scripture is God-breathed and useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness. 2 Timothy 3. Let the Word confront your motives and comfort your fear. It will do both as you open yourself without editing. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. Proverbs 3:5-6. Do not treat my word as a fortune cookie to justify your preference. Receive it as a living voice that searches you and divides what is soulish from what is spiritual. Hebrews 4. If a decision invites you to shade the truth, to repay evil for evil, to break covenant casually, the boundary has already been drawn. Decline with peace. If two options both honor my word, you are free to proceed by peace without superstition. My word is not a cage, it is your compass. It will not list every career choice or city by name, but it will set the lines inside which your choices carry life. When you stay within those lines, you will not need to beg for omens. You will walk in wisdom. Second, my witness within you. The Spirit's assurance is not noise. It is quiet gravity beneath your nerves. It is not the absence of butterflies. It is the presence of ballast in the boat when butterflies beat their wings. The peace of God, which surpasses understanding, will guard your heart and mind. Philippians 4:7. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts. Let it umpire the call when options are close. Colossians 3:15. Ask, after the adrenaline fades, does a settled yes remain? When I hold this choice before me overnight, does peace stand watch or slip away? Does this path stretch me without splintering me? Stretch, yes. Splinter, no. My witness may bring trembling courage, but it will not empower you by panic. It may ask you to forgive what still aches, to begin what feels small, to step out when the map is partial. Yet under the trembling, you will sense a steadying hand. Learn to discern the difference between comfort zone and holy peace. Your comfort zone avoids cost. My peace accepts cost without collapsing. Your comfort zone justifies delay with clever excuses. My peace grants patience without apathy and movement without frenzy. The Spirit Himself bears witness with your spirit that you are mine. Romans 8. This witness does not flatter your ego. It invites surrender. It does not coerce, it companions. When you cannot tell if what you feel is peace or relief from pressure, lay the decision at my feet and say, Lord, I want you more than outcomes. Align my desires with your heart. Wait, I will clarify by remaining or by releasing. My guidance can be firm, but it will never bully you out of prayer or hide from the light. Third, wise counsel and character. I often speak through seasoned voices, through closed and opened doors, and through timing, especially when pride or haste is near. In an abundance of counselors there is safety. Proverbs 11:14. Seek counsel from those who love me more than they love your approval, who have weathered the storms you face, who carry fruit more than flash. Do not rehearse a script to secure the answer you prefer. Present the matter uncoached and invite honesty. If the counsel that fears me agrees with the inner witness and stands within the boundary of my word, strength rises. Plans are established by counsel. Proverbs 20. I also speak by doors that do not open no matter how you push, because I am guarding you from rooms that would injure your soul. I shut and no one opens. Revelation 3. I speak by timing that restrains your hurry, because desire without knowledge is not good, and the one who hurries his steps misses the way. Proverbs 19:2. When pride swells, I resist, not to reject you, but to rescue you from the cliff edge. God resists the proud, but gives grace to the humble. James 4:6. Character is my long work in you. Any path that promises gain at the price of character is not a path I endorse. If counsel says, slow, and your ego screams, now bow to wisdom and let patience finish its work. James 1. Now, beloved, see how these three anchors work together. One alone can be misread. Together they braid into a cord that will not snap. A verse pulled from context without the Spirit's witness can become a weapon that injures. A feeling without the word can be projection dressed as revelation. Counsel without word and witness can become groupthink that fears discomfort more than disobedience. But when word sets the boundary, witness gives the weight, and wisdom confirms in the light what was conceived in the quiet. You have a rope strong enough to hold you when waves rise. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. Ecclesiastes 4:12. Consider this. A job offer arrives brilliant with benefits. Your excitement spikes, but when you sit still, you notice the role requires you to shade truth as strategy. My word has already spoken. No falsehood. Ephesians 4. Your inner witness grows thin when you imagine yourself in that room. You ask 2 mature voices who love you, and without collusion they name the same concern. Honor will be expensive there. The door is open, but integrity would be left at the threshold. With word, witness, and wisdom aligned, you can decline with peace and trust that I am not withholding bread. I am guarding your heart. Now another moment. You sense it is time to reconcile with a person your mind keeps prosecuting. My word calls you to forgive. Matthew 18. Your witness trembles yet steadies when you picture reaching out. Counsel says, yes, go simply, own your peace, leave outcomes to God. The door is not dramatic. It is a text and a walk across town. With the anchor's agreement, take the step. Here is a simple practice. Begin with my word. Open it without an agenda and ask it to set the lines. Sit long enough for the silt to settle and watch for the witness of peace. Ask it to remain without hype. Then bring the matter to wise counsel, people of character who will not mirror your fear. If 2 anchors are strong and the third is unclear, take the smallest obedient step you can reverse without harm and watch how peace behaves. I lead by lamps and steps, and small obediences gather like stones into a path. If all 3 say, wait, then wait with me. Waiting with me is movement in my kingdom. If all 3 say go, then go with calm courage, even if your knees still knock. Do not be afraid of making decisions within these anchors. There is no need to rush, no need to be perfect, only to be sincere and willing. I am not grading you on clairvoyance. I am growing you in trust. With anchors in place, you can release the heavy question, what should I do with my life? And receive the lighter, truer one, what is my next faithful step today? I go before you to set that step in place. I walk beside you to share your weight as you take it. I stand behind you to redeem what wobbles. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Acknowledge me in this step, and I will direct your path into the next. Proverbs 3:5-6. Hold to word, witness, and wisdom, beloved child. Let these 3 braid around your heart like a rope tied to my peace. When the sea lifts, anchor in them, and you will not drift far from my voice. When options confuse you, return to them, and the fog will thin. And as you move within their safety, you will find that you are no longer begging for signs. You are walking with me, step by step, in a calm courage that grows steadier than your questions, because presence has become your proof and peace your compass. Beloved child, now we move from anchors to action, quiet, simple, doable action. Do not reach for the whole blueprint. Take the next faithful step that is small enough to do today. Your mind has been swollen with lifetime questions, but I am giving you a lamp for feet, not a floodlight for decades. So come back to the ground beneath you. What is the one phone call that would honor truth? What is the one apology that would loosen the knot inside your chest? What is the one application you can submit without drama? What is the one boundary you can state with kindness and firmness? What is the one hour of focused work that would dignify the gift I gave you? What is the one act of forgiveness you can choose today without waiting for your feelings to approve? Your breakthrough is usually on the other side of one small act of sincere obedience. I am not asking you to fix everything by sundown. I am inviting you to say a clean yes where you stand. There is no need to rush, no need to be perfect, only to be sincere and willing. I go before you to set the moment in place. I walk beside you to steady your courage while you do it. I stand behind you to redeem what wobbles. My power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. Do not despise the small. The small is where the seed goes into the soil. Do not scorn the simple. The simple is where peace returns to rule. The first step may tremble, but trembling steps still move you forward when they are taken with me. Before you ask for the next direction, prepare your heart with a clean yes. A clean yes is not flashy, it is uncluttered. It is the yes that is not tangled with secret bargains, hidden compromise, or the smoke of delayed obedience. Ask yourself in my presence, is there a habit I am excusing that clouds my peace? Is there a bitterness I have been nursing that fogs my hearing? Is there a command I have postponed that has grown heavy in my chest? Bring these into the light with me. Confess what you already know is dulling your ear. Lay down the demand to be vindicated before you forgive. Release the shortcut that promises speed but taxes your soul. A clean yes clears the air so you can breathe and see. Create in me a clean heart, O God. Psalm 51. Here is a simple inventory that will make the next step obvious. Is there someone I owe a true apology? No defenses, no justifying footnotes? Write the message, own your part, send it, and leave the outcome with me. Is there work I've been circling without beginning because I fear not being brilliant on day one? Set a 25-minute timer, close the extra tabs, and do the first task. Is there an application that would honor your gifts? Fill what you can today, leave perfection for later, and submit. Is there a boundary that protects the integrity I am forming in you? Speak it in kindness. I can't continue this conversation when it turns disrespectful. Let's pause and try again. Is there a bill to pay, a borrowed item to return, a room to declutter? Small obediences gather like stones into a path, and you will be surprised how peace strengthens as your life aligns by inches, not miles. Do not wait for feeling to do forgiveness. Choose it and let feeling trail the choice. Forgiveness does not say, what happened was fine. Forgiveness says, I will not be a jailer. I will not let this chain direct my steps. Begin with the words you can pray honestly. Lord, I choose to release this debt. Teach my heart to follow. Then take a step you can control. Stop rehearsing their offense. Stop stalking their life for updates. Stop narrating their failure to gain sympathy. As you do the one step, I will pour grace into the next. The peace of God, which surpasses understanding, will guard your heart and mind. Philippians 4:7. If fear shouts, what if this is the wrong move? Hear me, I am not waiting to punish your misstep. I am committed to guiding you through learning. In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. Proverbs 16:9. I steer moving feet more easily than frozen ones. Should you step a shade off center, I will correct without crushing, redirect without shaming, teach without withdrawing. You will not be disqualified for practicing obedience. You are not sitting an exam. You are walking with a Father. My correction is not condemnation. It is companionship that adjusts your pace and angle so peace can reign. Let me show you how a clean yes unclogs your river. When you remove the compromise you already recognize, ending the flirtation that is siphoning your attention, canceling the secret channel that profits from your weakness, deleting the number that opens a door to old patterns, clarity will not have to shout. When you refuse to entertain the bitterness that runs reruns in your head, and instead pray blessing over the one who wounded you, your inner witness will gain volume. When you end delayed obedience, making the call you have put off for months, you will feel the ballast return to your boat. Child, you are not lost. You are sometimes cluttered. Clear the clutter, and the next step will appear like a lamp warmed back to life. So ask for today's bread, not tomorrow's storehouse. Give us this day our daily bread. Matthew 6. Open my word for 15 unhurried minutes, not to mine it for omens but to meet me. Sit long enough for the silt to settle. When a small step rises in the quiet, do not argue with its simplicity. Do what is yours. Leave what is mine. Send the text. Schedule the appointment. Draft the resume. Take the walk. Turn off the feed and open the page you are called to write. Wash the dishes with gratitude instead of resentment. Thank me out loud before you email the hard thing. These are not errands, they are altars when offered to me. Whatever you do, do it unto the Lord. Colossians 3. I have often moved my people through small obediences that looked ordinary at the moment, but opened rivers in their wake. A widow poured oil into empty jars and found more than she began with. Peter cast the net on the other side at a simple word and watched it strain with abundance. Naaman dipped 7 times though his pride winced, and restoration rose from the river. So it is with you. You are not waiting for a spectacle to start. You are waiting for willingness to act on what you already know. When you do, you will find me already at work in the place your foot lands. Some of you think you cannot move until certainty is 100%. But faith was never measured by perfect forecasts. It is measured by trust expressed in humble action. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge me in this step, and I will direct your path into the next. Proverbs 3:5-6. If 2 anchors are strong and the third is still forming, choose the smallest reversible obedience and watch how peace behaves. If peace stands sentinel afterward, take the next small step. If peace withdraws, pause. I will speak again. I do not shout above the noise. I whisper within the quiet. Return to the quiet, and we will adjust together. Beloved child, I am not far away grading your performance. I am near, my hand upon your shoulder, my presence your proof. I go before you into the hallway where the conversation will happen. I walk beside you as you dial the number. I stand behind you when your voice shakes, gathering what falls through your fingers and forming it into good. Step forward even if the first step trembles. Step forward even if you cannot see around the corner. We are not leaping into a void. We are moving within a plan I am establishing as you go. And when you look up and the way seems blocked by a sea, remember, you are not commanded to produce a map. You are invited to take the step I set before you, even toward waters that have not yet parted. I will meet you at the edge. I will teach you how to move when the horizon is all water and wind. But for now, today, choose the one small obedience in front of you. Do it with me in peace without spectacle. Presence will be your proof. Peace will be your compass. And as you move, you will discover that you are no longer begging for signs. You are walking with your shepherd, one faithful step at a time. Beloved child, when you look up and a sea stands where the road should be, do not let panic rename your moment. You are not abandoned in a maze. You are standing at a threshold where I teach you to move without a map. Remember Israel at the edge of the water. Behind them the dust of chariots, ahead of them the impossible blue, within them the tremor that asks, have we come all this way to die here? Into that swirl, I did not command a committee for explanations. I said, go forward. Exodus 14. I did not require them to build a bridge in a night. I required a step in the direction of trust while my presence handled the battle. The Lord will fight for you. You need only be still. Exodus 14:14. Stillness and movement together. Still your panic. Move your feet. I went before them by day in a pillar of cloud. and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, to go by day and night. Exodus 13:21. Guidance enough for the moment, not a lifetime blueprint. And when the enemy pressed close, I did something you often forget. I moved behind them. The cloud that led became the cloud that guarded, placing darkness on one side and light on the other, so that they could walk in the space my presence made. I go before you to open the way. I walk beside you to steady your breath. I stand behind you to hold off what hunts you, while you take the step I have asked. So it is with you. Child, listen. The pressure you feel is not proof that you chose wrong. Pressure is what threshold feels like. Israel felt the churn of fear at their back and the unknown before them, yet it was precisely there that faith became action. Where you see impossibility wrapped in urgency, I see the classroom where trust graduates from theory to practice. Do not misread the swell of intensity as absence. It is often the moment when my presence becomes most tangible, not in spectacle first, but in the quiet command that settles in your chest. Forward with me. Note the order in the story. I spoke, I stood between, and then I made a way where there was no way. I asked for alignment before the water changed shape. I did not applaud frenzy, I honored obedience. Faith is not a recklessness that sprints to end discomfort at any price. Faith is a steady courage that moves at my word, within my peace, under the shelter of my presence. Reckless impulse asks, how do I make the pain stop now? Faith asks, what is your word in this moment, and where is your peace pointing my next step? Reckless impulse throws itself into the sea without me and calls it bravery. Faith steps into what I separate and calls it holy. Be strong and courageous does not mean be hasty and dramatic. Joshua 1. Understand this difference, and you will be spared many avoidable storms. If you are tempted to bolt because the army behind you shouts louder than your peace, wait with me in the quiet until the shout inside lessens and the sentence you can obey becomes simple. If you are about to send the email that burns bridges because adrenaline promises relief, pause. My peace does not bargain with rage, but if in the stillness the unchanged instruction remains, make the call, apply anyway, own your part, leave what is corrupt, start with what you have, then go forward. Do not demand a floodlight, follow the pillar and the lamp. Your word is a lamp to my feet. Psalm 119:105. A lamp gives steps, not landscapes, and steps are how seas become roads. See how I led them, cloud by day, fire by night. This means you will not always have the same form of guidance, but you will always have me. Sometimes I will go before you with clarity that feels like daylight. Other times I will keep you through darkness with a warmth that rests above you like a flame, asking you to trust what you cannot diagram. Neither form was a map of the wilderness. Both forms were enough for the next move. So it is with you. When my word sets your boundary and my peace remains after the adrenaline fades, you have sufficient light. When wise counsel stands with you and integrity is preserved, you have sufficient light. Move there, and if I reposition, if what led now stands behind to guard, receive that as part of my orchestration, not as confusion. I am directing more than your feet. I am arranging the battlefield you cannot see. Beloved, you grieve the lack of blueprint, but a blueprint would bind what I am growing. I am not only taking you somewhere, I am making you someone. If I showed you the entire wilderness at once, your legs would lock and your heart would shrink. I give you manna for the day, strength for the hour, wisdom for the conversation in front of you. Give us this day our daily bread. Matthew 6. Daily bread builds daily trust, and trust, once formed, becomes a shelter larger than circumstance. Consider what happened as they walked. Walls of water stood to their right and left, a path no human had engineered. and behind them, the very threat that terrified them was swallowed in the place that became their passage. What you fear may be removed not by your outsmarting it, but by your outwalking it with me. The sea that said no to you becomes the place I write yes in waves held back by my word. The weapon formed against you will not prosper in the place. My presence declares holy ground. Isaiah 54. Do not despise the strange path. You want familiar streets and marked exits. I give you a corridor through the impossible because I am teaching you that presence is proof, not ease. When you cannot see the whole path, ask instead, is your presence here? If yes, then the next step is still holy. Holiness is not the absence of danger. It is the saturation of my nearness within it. Moses stood before a bush aflame and took off his sandals because my presence made ordinary ground sacred. Exodus 3. So it is with you. A kitchen table can be holy when you reconcile. A hallway can be holy when you ask forgiveness. A resignation letter can be holy when integrity requires it. A hospital room can be holy when you bless and release. Let me speak to your fear of getting it wrong at the water's edge. I am not a distant examiner with a red pen plotting your failure. I am the pillar and the pathmaker, the one who knows how to shepherd trembling feet. In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. Proverbs 16:9. If you start to veer, I will correct without humiliation. If you pause to listen, I will clarify without shaming. If you cry out mid-step, I will not withdraw. I will draw nearer until your breath matches mine and your cadence finds peace. And now hear the pivot that prepares you for the next stretch. Some of what you call silence at the sea is not abandonment, it is alignment. I was not absent when Israel heard only the wind on water. I was working in a realm their eyes could not measure, holding walls, hardening paths, confusing enemies, testing hearts. What feels like quiet is often my hands setting foundations beneath your feet. You are not merely traveling from point A to point B. You are being refined into a person who walks by word and witness and wisdom, who trusts me more than maps, who can carry peace into climates that lack it. The testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1:3. Beloved child, stand in this truth. My presence is your proof. When the sea is in front of you and the map is blank, lift your eyes to the pillar. Listen for the simple sentence of peace and take the step I give you. I go before you to draw a path from waters that would drown others. I walk beside you to keep your knees from buckling. I stand behind you to hold back what would overtake you. Move forward, not in frenzy, but in faith. Not to escape fear, but to follow me. And as you go, you will discover that the very place you dreaded becomes the corridor where your name and nature are remade in my hands. Beloved child, now come with me into the quieter classroom, the one that feels like nothing is happening because the noise is gone and the sky says little. Do not confuse my quiet with my departure. My silence is not absence. It is refinement in the hidden place. I am not withholding myself to starve you. I am deepening your roots where eyes cannot look, where applause cannot reach, where you are not tempted to perform for a verdict I already settled over you. Mine. Consider the seed under soil. No songs announce its stretching. No camera celebrates its dark pushing. Yet in that low hush, the husk softens, the heart splits. The first green idea meets resistance and learns its strength. So it is with you. What you call delay is the mercy of depth. What you name as nothing is the underground architecture of a future you cannot carry if it grows too thin and too fast. Consider the gold in fire. Heat does not invent its purity, it reveals it, draws out what clung to it so the metal can reflect a face. You are not being consumed in the fire. You are being refined for a reflection. When he has tested me, I shall come forth as gold. Job 23:10. The testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1:3. I hear the ache that rises at night like a tide you cannot hold back. Have you forgotten me? Have you set others ahead of me? Am I waiting because I am unworthy? Child, I know the barrenness you feel when prayers return to you like echoes. I know the fatigue that drapes over your shoulders when scrolling through other people's openings makes your hallway feel narrow. But hear me. I am working where you cannot measure progress. I am strengthening the muscle of peace that will hold your calling when it is heavy. I am untangling motives so that when doors open, you will walk through for my name, not for vindication. I am training your breath to move at the pace of grace, not at the pace of panic. My power is made perfect in weakness, 2 Corinthians 12:9. You ask for a sign because the quiet unnerves you. You chase omens because waiting feels like exposure. This is the hidden idol I am gently overturning, the demand to predict the path so you can avoid the pruning. If you can guarantee the route, you can choose which crosses to carry and which to bury under explanation. But I am too committed to your freedom to let fear of suffering become your steering wheel. I will not feed your anxiety with spectacle. I will heal it with presence. I did not shout above the wind for Elijah. I came in a still small voice after the wind, the quake, and the fire had passed. 1 Kings 19. So it is with you. I rewrite what your nervous system calls safety. I teach you to prefer my word to the rattle of dice, my peace to the rush of certainty. This is not punishment, this is formation. In quiet seasons, I am weaning you from the tyranny of noise so that discernment no longer depends on drama. I am calibrating your inner compass so that small shifts in peace speak louder than crowds. I am teaching you to taste the difference between adrenaline and anointing, between urgency that burns you out and assignment that burns within you. I am training your ear to hear how my word sets a boundary line, what to refuse with calm clarity, what to accept with gentle courage. I am stretching your capacity to be still without stalling, to wait without wasting, to work faithfully without needing a headline. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46. Look back and see the pattern. Joseph learned my faithfulness in the quiet of prisons before he carried wisdom into palaces. David learned my heart in caves before he held a crown without letting the crown hold him. Mary treasured and pondered in hidden rooms before the world named what I had planted. Do not romanticize the spotlight and despise the soil. In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. Proverbs 16:9. I go before you even when the road looks like routine. I walk beside you when conversations are ordinary. I stand behind you when no one claps, holding back the shame that would accuse you for not being farther along. If the silence exposes your frailty, thank me. It means your ear is waking. If you notice how quickly you grasp for control, let it become your altar. Father, here is my urge to manage everything. I return it to you. If you sense that your hunger for a sign is really a hunger to escape uncertainty, name it in my presence and watch how confession turns down the volume of fear. Bring me the lists you make to convince yourself you are not late. Lay down the stopwatch. I do not measure you by speed. I form you by surrender. There is no need to rush. No need to be perfect, only to be sincere and willing. So what shall you do in the hidden place? Return to the lamp. Open my word, not as a scavenger hunt for hints, but as a meeting with the one who loves you. Sit long enough for the silt to settle and the water to clear. Ask simple prayers that do not try to control the outcome. Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. 1 Samuel 3. Write what rises, not in neon, but in quiet ink. Guard your mouth from rehearsing despair. Bless me in whispers until praise resets the room. Keep the small obediences that honor me in secret. Integrity when no one would know. Generosity when there is no audience. Forgiveness when retaliation would be applauded. Your Father who sees in secret will reward you. Matthew 6. And listen, I am not only giving you direction, I am restoring your confidence to hear me because you are mine. My sheep hear my voice. John 10. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Jeremiah 1:5. You did not choose me, I chose you. John 15:16. I am not playing hide and seek with your destiny. I am adjusting your hearing so that when doors open, you will recognize my cadence and not confuse every loud offer for a calling. I am resetting your core identity from orphan who must decipher the code to beloved child who walks with the author. Beloved child, receive this as true. My quiet seasons are not empty. They are where I deepen your peace and strengthen your discernment. The underground work will show in due time. Shoots will break soil, and you will call them sudden, though I have been tending them all along. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, lacking nothing. James 1:4. Those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 40. I am making you that steady. I am crafting in you a center that storms cannot hollow out. I go before you into the silence to set the table of wisdom. I walk beside you in the hush to steady your breathing. I stand behind you in the unseen to keep shame and comparison from overtaking you. Do not resent the hidden place. Revere it. Do not flee the quiet. Enter it with me. And when you emerge, and you will not be frantic for signs, because you will carry the sign within you. My word alive, my peace unshakable, my witness clear. Presence will be your proof, peace will be your compass, and your next step will arise from the quiet like a lamp already lit. Beloved child, come nearer and hear me say this without hurry and without condition. You are not the product of chance. You are not a late arrival. You are not a random piece of debris tossed by currents you cannot control. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Jeremiah 1:5. I set my eye upon you before any calendar numbered your days. I called you by name not after you performed, but before you breathed. Fear not, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by name. You are mine. Isaiah 43:1. And lest your heart argue, but did I choose you enough? Hear my settled word. You did not choose me, but I chose you, and appointed you to bear fruit that remains. John 15:16. I go before you with a plan older than your panic. I walk beside you with a steadying hand stronger than your tremor. I stand behind you as a shield against the voices that would rewrite your story as accident. I am not improvising your life around your mistakes. I am weaving all things into a pattern marked by my faithfulness. All things work together for good, for those who love me and are called according to my purpose. Romans 8:28. The meetings that seemed coincidental, the delays that bruised your confidence, the closed doors that whispered failure, I am gathering them into a testimony of being held, not tossed. Let me address the ache that has shaped your pace, the fear that if you miss a sign, your life collapses beyond repair. That fear is not wisdom. It is an orphan's story that thinks the house keys are always slipping from your hand. Beloved, you are not navigating a maze where one wrong turn erases your name from my book. You are a child in a father's house. In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. Proverbs 16:9. If your foot hesitates, I am patient. If your foot slips, I am present. If your foot wanders, I am able to redirect you without shaming you. I have more ways to guide you home than you have ways to get lost. I am not a fragile GPS that loses signal when you breathe wrong. I am the author who writes with redemption ink. Where you see potential collapse, I see opportunity for companionship. Where you fear disqualification, I see the moment to teach you how peace speaks. I do not punish risk taken in sincere obedience. I father it. I counsel you with my eye upon you. Psalm 32. Come out from the tyranny of what if I ruin it. You are not powerful enough to undo my choosing, and you are not frail enough to slip from my grasp when you are walking with me. I hold you. I uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41. Identity and guidance are not separate rooms in my house. They share a wall, and hope passes through. When you know you are loved, you stop demanding proof the way a hungry child begs scraps from a stranger's table. When you know you are mine, you relax your grip on certainty and take my hand. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge me, which is to say, remain in relationship, and I will direct your paths. Proverbs 3:5-6. The lamp that guides your steps is not impersonal. It is my living word. The peace that steadies your heart is not a mood. It is the witness of my presence with you. The wisdom that confirms your way is not a gamble. It is the counsel I place around you. Word, witness, and wisdom, these flow from identity restored. Hear me name you slowly, so your bones remember. Chosen, not overlooked. Held, not hustled. Sent, not scattered. You are not being passed over in a cosmic lottery. You are not a spare part looking for a purpose to cling to. You are an intention shaped from eternity, a vessel crafted for overflow, a son, a daughter, inscribed on the palms of my hands. Isaiah 49. I take pleasure in calling you mine, not in watching you scramble for validation. My yoke fits, it does not choke. My burden is light because it is carried together, not alone. Matthew 11. Beloved child, the anxious chase for signs always whispered something false about me, that I was hiding, that I enjoyed making you guess, that I would bless only those who cracked the code. I am not a riddle master delighting in your confusion. I am your father training your trust. I do not shout above the noise. I whisper within the quiet. In the quiet, I am not evaluating how cleverly you decode me. I am revealing how faithfully I hold you. As you receive this, panic will lose its grip, and your discernment will no longer be a frantic scavenger hunt, but a relational walk. Peace will stop being an emotion you chase and become a relationship you live within. Think of how a child learns a parent's voice. It is not by analyzing waveforms, but by living near, by hearing the same tone soothe in the night and cheer in the day, by being gathered when falling and celebrated when trying again. So it is with you. Live near. My sheep hear my voice. John 10. When you stumble, I do not weaponize your effort against you. I teach your ear in the stumble. When you ask, is this you? I do not ridicule you. I clarify. When you falter, I do not withdraw breath. I match your pace until your stride finds peace. This is guidance inside belonging. You worry that your name has grown dim under years of detours and compromises. I say to you, I have not lost a syllable. I do not mispronounce what I chose. I have called you by name. You are mine. Isaiah 43:1. I do not sort you by usefulness. I form you for fruitfulness, and fruitfulness flows from abiding, not striving. John 15. Abide in me, and you will find that decisions cease to feel like cliffs and begin to feel like steps in a garden we tend together. The pressure to perform the perfect choice melts in the warmth of being loved. In that warmth, courage appears without drama. In that warmth, obedience tastes like freedom, not like a test. Let me reframe time for you. You say, I am late, but I say, you are right on time for what I am shaping in you. You say, others have passed me, but I say, I am not grading on curves. I am growing a person. Delay is not denial. It is often devotion at work beneath the surface, calibrating your motives so peace can trust you with platform without losing you to applause. I am never hurried and never passive. I am precise in love. I am thorough in forming. Now let this settle into practice. The next time your mind screams for a sign, pause and ask a better question. Whose am I? Then listen for my answer that does not flinch. Mine. Let that one word do its work. Let it soften your shoulders, slow your breathing, lift your chin. From that remembered belonging, return to the anchors I have given. Word that sets the boundary, witness that steadies the heart, wisdom that confirms the path. If all three light the way, walk. If one is dim, wait with me until I add clarity. Either way, you are not alone, not guessing in the dark, not bargaining with fate. You are guided within a purposeful plan, hand in hand with the one who loves you more than the outcome you fear. Beloved child, you are not the product of chance. You are chosen and held. You are not a case study in almost. You are a testimony in progress. Let the orphan story loosen its last claim. Let the need to be certain be replaced by the certainty of being mine. I go before you. I walk beside you. I stand behind you. Presence is your proof. Peace is your compass. From here, discernment will not be the hunt for a sign, but the art of abiding with me, step by step in the quiet courage of being loved. Beloved child, now that your heart has quieted and remembered whose you are, let us make this simple and practical. Peace is not a fog. It is a way of walking. Peace is discerned by alignment, by fruit, by surrender, not by frantic demands for supernatural proof. So before you decide, sit with me and ask these 5 questions, not as a test to pass under pressure, but as a conversation in which I steady your breathing and clarify your way. I go before you to illuminate. I walk beside you to interpret. I stand behind you to guard you from fear's rush. First, ask this: does this align with my word and with my character, or does it require compromise to proceed? My word is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. Psalm 119:105. My character is faithful, merciful, truthful, holy. I will not guide you into deceit and call it strategy. I will not invite you to violate integrity and call it influence. I will not ask you to trample a neighbor's dignity and call it destiny. The wisdom from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, open to reason, full of mercy and good fruit. James 3. If the path demands you mute what is right to keep momentum, pause. If you find yourself crafting elaborate justifications to make wrong seem right, pause. Alignment is not about perfection, child. It is about direction. Are your feet pointed toward righteousness, even if your steps are small? Are you willing to course correct when Scripture draws a boundary line? Test everything. Hold fast to what is good. 1 Thessalonians 5:21. When alignment is present, peace can whisper, yes, even when the outcome is not yet clear. Second, ask this: does it produce settled conviction over time, or only a spike of emotion that crashes into confusion? I am not the God of chaos, but of peace. 1 Corinthians 14. Emotional spikes are not sin, but they are not structure. Adrenaline can mimic anointing for a minute. Panic can masquerade as urgency. Let feelings rise and pass like waves. Then look for what remains when the tide goes out. My peace, when it is me, stabilizes as you pray, as you wait a little, as you return to the same thought over days. A word from me deepens in clarity, not in compulsion. It gathers witness, not frenzy. Let the idea sit in the quiet and watch if it grows roots. If clarity dissolves into fog the moment applause fades, you have likely been listening to pressure, not presence. But if over time the same calm instruction keeps resurfacing, even when no one is watching, reach out, apologize, apply, begin, release, then you are hearing me call you into a durable yes. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts. Colossians 3. Third, ask this: does it invite humility, patience, and love? Or does it feed pride, comparison, and frantic urgency? Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast. 1 Corinthians 13. Pride rushes because it fears vanishing. Humility moves at the pace of grace because it trusts me to keep doors timed. Comparison poisons counsel. It whispers, do it now or be nobody. But my voice says, be faithful here and I will establish your steps. Proverbs 16:9. If your desire is inflamed by the need to outshine, to prove them wrong, to secure status, to be first, then you are eating a thin meal that will not hold you through the night. My assignments call you downward before they lift you, toward servanthood, toward listening, toward patience with those who do not yet see. The fruit of my Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Galatians 5. Where these fruits begin to bud, direction becomes clearer. Where contempt, haste, and showmanship multiply, close the door, breathe, and let me untangle motives until love leads again. Fourth, ask this: can you pray over it without bargaining, able to say, not my will, but yours, and still feel anchored? Surrender is not defeat, it is alignment. When my son prayed in the garden, he did not deny the weight, he entrusted the outcome. Luke 22:42. Bring me the real of your heart, the hopes, the fears, the costs, and then release your grip. If you can only say yes if I promise speed, applause, or a particular ending, you are not yielding, you are negotiating. But if after honest tears and honest talk, you can say, I will obey whether this is seen or unseen, whether it pleases a crowd or only your heart, then peace will settle like a weighted blanket over your chest. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication. With thanksgiving let your requests be made known to God, and my peace, which surpasses understanding, will guard your heart and mind. Philippians 4. Where surrender grows, anxiety loses jurisdiction. Fifth, ask this: if the outcome is slow, will you still obey because you trust me, not the speed of results? Many begin in fire and end in fumes because they tied their obedience to immediacy. But faithfulness is not a sprint of spectacle. It is a long walk of love. Do not despise the day of small beginnings. Zechariah 4. If you will only continue while numbers climb and rooms fill and quick wins accrue, you are serving momentum, not me. I plant seeds and invite you to water them for a season. You cannot accelerate without harming the harvest. The farmer waits for the precious fruit of the earth, being patient about it. James 5. Ask yourself, child, if this takes longer than I want, will I remain gentle? If I must repeat quiet faithfulness 100 times, will I still call it holy? When obedience untethers from outcome speed, peace becomes consistent, because your confidence is rooted in my presence, not in charts and clocks. Now hear this as comfort, not critique. Discernment is learned. You will not be discarded because you needed to grow. I am patient with your process because I am committed to your becoming. My sheep hear my voice. John 10. Children learn by nearness, by repetition, by correction without humiliation. So it is with you. If you miss a turn, I do not abandon you on the shoulder. I guide you back with gentleness. If you falter mid-step, I do not mark you unsafe. I hold your elbow until your balance returns. I counsel you with my eye upon you. Psalm 32. Where you see only attempts, I see apprenticeship. Where you fear disqualification, I see devotion learning its gait. Practice these questions in my presence, and you will notice how your inner world changes. The room that used to fill with static will grow quiet faster. The urge to chase dazzling signals will feel less persuasive. You will not require me to shout. You will recognize my whisper. Word will set your boundary. Witness will steady your heart. Wisdom will confirm your path. Peace will cease to be a fleeting mood and become governance within you. I go before you to frame decisions with truth. I walk beside you to translate nudges into steps. I stand behind you to silence accusation that says you are always one mistake from ruin. Beloved child, take these 5 questions as a lamp you can hold, not as a law that condemns. Hold them when you consider the job, the move, the relationship, the reconciliation, the yes or the no. Let them slow your breath and quicken your love. And when they light the way, when alignment is present, when conviction settles over time, when humility, patience, and love are fed, when surrender can pray, yours, not mine, when slowness cannot steal your obedience, move. If one is dim, wait with me and do not force a glow with your own hands. I am more invested in your peace than in your pace, and I will not let you walk in darkness when you belong to the light. John 8. This is your retention, your simple peace check, your daily practice of walking with me instead of chasing proof. With these questions in your heart, you are ready to be commissioned, not into chaos, but into calm obedience. I go before you. I walk beside you. I stand behind you. Take my hand for the next faithful step, and watch how discernment ceases to be a storm you endure and becomes a river you carry. Presence is your proof. Peace is your compass. Now we step forward together. Beloved child, now we move from understanding to walking, from preparation to practice, from listening to living. You are becoming steady, no longer led by panic, no longer ruled by omens, no longer begging to be held together. I have been knitting peace into your inner world until it can hold its own weight. And now I commission you into calm obedience. Hear me say this with tenderness and with authority. You are not commanded to know the whole plan, only to take the next step with me. I go before you to prepare it. I walk beside you to steady you within it. I stand behind you to guard you after it, so even trembling steps are safe steps. Your heart wonders, what if I misstep? Child, I am larger than your margin of error. In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. Proverbs 16:9. I am not a narrow rope over a canyon. I am a father on the trail with a hand at your back. When your courage wavers, lift your eyes. I go before you like a lamp, not a floodlight. I will give enough for a faithful today, and as you obey, more light will meet you. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge me, and I will direct your paths. Proverbs 3:5-6. I am directing, you are walking. That is enough. So here is your next step invitation. Within the next 24 hours, choose one small, sincere act of obedience. Keep it small enough to do today, honest enough to stretch faith, humble enough to require prayer. It might be to apologize where pride has fenced you off. It might be to send the email that begins what fear has delayed. It might be to rest when your impulse is to impress. It might be to sow generosity into someone who cannot repay you. It might be to apply for the thing that aligns with my word and your design. It might be to release what I have been asking you to place on the altar. Write this one action down. Lay your hand on the words and pray, not my will, but yours. Do it quietly, without the need to perform for anyone, without building a stage for your obedience. Your Father who sees in secret will reward you. Matthew 6. There is no need to rush, No need to be perfect, only to be sincere and willing. As you step, expect me to father you through the terrain. If a door closes, do not translate it as rejection. Receive it as redirection. I am not punishing you by withholding. I am positioning you for what fits. If a delay appears, do not rehearse despair. Recognize preparation at work. I am aligning people, timing, and capacity so the blessing will not break you. If a detour emerges, do not accuse me of chaos. Look for my orchestration in the turn. I am weaving all things together for good for those who love me and are called according to my purpose. Romans 8:28. These are not interruptions to destiny, they are ingredients in it. Where you see zigzags, I see a path that protects you from cliffs you cannot yet see. Do not be surprised if obedience feels ordinary on the surface. Canaan began with steps in dust. Freedom began with a midnight walk out of Egypt. The miracle often rides on mundane feet. So it is with you. Take the step and let peace, not applause, measure its worth. When you finish, return to me and place the outcome back into my hands. Gratitude is your exhale. Father, I obeyed. Surrender is your inhale. Father, the results are yours. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication. With thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God, and my peace, which surpasses understanding, will guard your heart and mind. Philippians 4. If your hands shake, I hold them. If your voice quivers, I hear the courage beneath the tremor, and I call it beautiful. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I strengthen you and help you. I uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41:10. Be strong and courageous, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. Do not despise the day of small beginnings. I delight to see the plumb line in your hand. Zechariah 4. The seed sown in faith today will find its season. The lamp you carry will stretch the circle of light as you move. Beloved child, this is your commissioning, not into noise, but into nearness. I send you not as a performer on a stage that demands spectacle, but as a son, a daughter, moving at the pace of grace. You are chosen and held. You are steadied from within. You carry word as your boundary, witness as your calm, wisdom as your confirmation. You are not fragile. You are not late. You are not guessing at a distance. I go before you. I walk beside you. I stand behind you. Presence is your proof. Peace is your compass. Let these become the refrain beneath your breathing. Now, let us slow together and turn instruction into communion. Close the door of distraction and lift your heart to me. Breathe in slowly and say, you are here. Breathe out and say, I am yours. Again, breathe in. Receive my peace as gift, not as prize. Breathe out. Release your grip on outcomes. Place your hand, even now, in mine. Yes, child, this is real, for I am nearer than your pulse. Whisper with me, Father, show me the one faithful step for today. Wait for the gentle nudge, the quiet clarity, the name, the face, the action that rises without frenzy. Do not strain, let it surface. When it does, nod in my presence and say, I will obey. Ask for grace to do it without performance. Ask for courage to do it without delay. Ask for joy to do it without needing to be seen. Now bring to me the places where you fear a closed door. I am here. Say, if the door closes, I will not call you cruel, I will call you kind. Bring to me the calendar that feels crowded or empty. I am here. Say, if the timing stretches, I will not call it punishment, I will call it preparation. Bring to me the turns you did not plan. I am here. Say, if the road bends, I will not call it chaos, I will look for your orchestration. Let these confessions loosen anxiety's hold and make room for my governance of peace. Stay with me one moment longer in the quiet. Hear my voice over you as blessing. I go before you into the hours ahead to pave a peaceable way. I walk beside you in every conversation to translate nudges into words. I stand behind you to silence accusation and regret. I place my hand upon your shoulder to remind you that you are not alone, not rushed, not under threat. My word will be a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. Psalm 119:105. My spirit will bear witness with your spirit that you are my child. Romans 8. My wisdom will gather around you through counsel that loves truth. Rise now, beloved, with a quiet yes. Write the step, pray the step, do the step, then return and rest. Tomorrow will have its own lamp, and when you need it, I will meet you again. You are not commanded to know the whole plan, only to take the next step with me. And as you do, you will discover what I have been saying all along. Discernment is not a storm you survive. It is a river you carry. We go together, before you, beside you, behind you, into calm obedience, into steady trust, into the good I have prepared for you to walk in. Ephesians 2. Amen in my heart over you. So be it as you step. Beloved child, let us close our time in the simple place where clarity is born, not in spectacle but in surrender. Breathe with me. Let your shoulders unclench. Let the pace of grace catch your pulse. Pray now and let these words become your own. Father, quiet my heart. Cleanse my motives. Forgive me for treating anxiety like guidance. I have often asked you to shout because I was afraid to be still. I have chased signs like a wind that never lands. I return. I come home to your voice, to your word, to your peace. Father, let your peace guard my heart and my mind. Let it be the boundary that tells me when to pause and when to proceed. Not a peace that flatters avoidance, but the strong, steady witness that stands like a sentry at the door of my inner world. Guard me beyond my understanding and in my understanding. Guard me when I would rush and guard me when I would freeze. As it is written, your peace surpasses understanding and will guard my heart and mind in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:7. Set that guard now. I release the need for a full map. I accept the lamp for my feet. I will obey the next step you reveal. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Psalm 119:105. I let go of the demand to see the whole corridor before I take a single step. I choose trust over control. Teach me to love the light you give, small and sufficient, holy and present, bright enough for one faithful act today. Where I have chased proof, teach me to walk with presence. Where I have begged for certainty, teach me to rest in your steady hand. Strengthen me to move without rushing, to wait without spiraling, to listen without demanding fireworks. Train my ear to your whisper in the quiet. Give me courage that is not adrenaline and patience that is not passivity. Deliver me from the tyranny of hurry, from comparison that corrodes joy, from pride that pushes past your pace. Make me quick to obey and slow to panic. Teach me to notice the difference between a spike of feeling and a settled conviction that ripens over time. Let the peace of Christ rule in my heart, and when it rules, let me respond. Colossians 3. Father, I confess how often I have tried to secure outcomes with my own hands. I lay down bargaining. I lay down the fine print I keep in my prayers. Not my will, but yours be done. I surrender timing, applause, and the particular endings I prefer. I surrender the story I wanted others to read about me. I surrender each plan that promises me control at the cost of communion. Align me again with love, with truth, with mercy, with holiness. Align me with your word that sets the boundary. Align me with your spirit who witnesses within me. Align me with wisdom you place around me. Word, witness, and wisdom. Let these three establish my steps. Here is my identity, spoken back to you because you first spoke it over me. I am yours. You chose me. You lead me. You will not abandon me. Before you formed me, you knew me. Jeremiah 1:5. You called me by name. I am yours. Isaiah 43:1. I did not choose you first. You chose me and appointed me to bear fruit that remains. John 15:16. Remind my bones when I forget. Reassure my breath when fear rises like a tide. Seal me again with belonging so that I no longer beg for scraps of certainty when a father's table is set before me. Teach me to practice the small obediences that keep me near. Tell the truth, keep my word, forgive quickly, give quietly, serve without an audience, rest when you say rest, rise when you say rise. Make holiness a joy and integrity my habit. When I face a decision, let me ask the questions you have given. Does it align with your word and character? Does conviction settle over time? Does love grow, humility grow, patience grow? Can I pray without bargaining? Will I obey if it is slow? And when these lamps agree, give me grace to move. When one is dim, give me grace to wait. Father, I welcome your counsel. Counsel me with your eye upon me. Psalm 32. I welcome your redirection when I drift, without shame and without accusation. I welcome your silence when you are forming depth beneath the surface. Teach me to bless the quiet classrooms, to revere the hidden place, to trust that the seed is not dead when it is unseen. When I meet the sea with no bridge and no map, let me remember that your presence is the proof, and that one step is still holy. You go before me, you walk beside me, you stand behind me. Make this more than a phrase. Make it the frame of my days. Guard me from interpreting panic as prophecy. Break the habit of treating adrenaline as anointing. Let discernment be a river I carry, not a storm I survive. Let peace be governance within me, not a mood that passes. Teach me to breathe with you. Inhale trust, exhale control. Teach me to speak blessing instead of rehearsing despair. Keep my heart tender, my hands open, my feet ready, my mind renewed. Transform the reflex of sign chasing into the reflex of abiding. Father, I lift to you the people connected to my decisions, the neighbor, the colleague, the family, the stranger I have yet to meet. Make my choices a shelter, not a storm, a medicine, not a wound. Let love be the aim and peace the method. Make me a vessel who overflows with what I receive from you, comforted to comfort, taught to teach, guided to guide, loved to love. 2 Corinthians 1:4. Where my path crosses another's waiting, let my presence carry your calm. Where my voice enters another's confusion, let my words carry your clarity. And now, about today. Show me the next faithful step. Not tomorrow's 10, not next year's map. Today's obedience, small enough to do, strong enough to change me. If it is a call to apologize, give me humility. If it is a call to apply, give me courage. If it is a call to release, give me trust. If it is a call to begin again, give me endurance. If it is a call to be still, give me rest. I will not despise the day of small beginnings. Zechariah 4. I will rejoice in the lamp you place in my hand. Father, I bless you for the plan I cannot see fully and for the presence I can know surely. In my heart, I say what your word has taught me to say. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. Proverbs 3:5-6. Direct me now. Direct me when I feel nothing special. Direct me when the crowd is loud. Direct me when I am alone. Make my life a quiet yes that becomes a steady light. Beloved child, as you have prayed, know that I have heard. I go before you to prepare good works. I walk beside you to translate nudge into step. I stand behind you to silence accusation. Presence is your proof. Peace is your compass. Rise from this prayer unhurried and ready. There is no need to rush, no need to be perfect, only to be sincere and willing. If this prayer has steadied you, respond with your faith in simple words. I will take the next step. Let that be your public amen. And if you desire continued prayers and guidance, stay near, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so we can keep walking together in this rhythm of peace and obedience. Share this with someone who needs calm courage today. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May His face shine upon you and give you peace. Now take my hand and let us walk this next step, one lamp length at a time. Amen.